everyone, welcome to the day of quarantine. I got a comment a couple days ago, a Tortilla Talk question, that said that I should relive COVID quarantine days. I know the idea of reliving COVID sounds kind of weird, but there were like fun little memories from that time, and those are the moments I'm going to relive. If you watched my vlog yesterday, you would have seen me reacting to and watching videos from the time of COVID. COVID and quarantine is the reason I started vlogging consistently every day, and during that time, I did what most people did. I made a lot of bread, and I made whipped coffee and tie-dyed and all of that. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I already made bread dough. I did it last night because I wanted the bread to sit in the fridge overnight, because the type of bread that I made most frequently during quarantine was this really simple, easy loaf of bread. My sister-in-law Jessica actually is the one who recommended this bread recipe because it was so easy. There's no kneading involved. But unfortunately, I did it last night, so you guys don't get to see the process, but I'm gonna tell you how easy it is. 3 cups really warm water, a tablespoon and a half of salt, a tablespoon and a half of yeast. Mix that together. Add 6.5 cups of flour. I actually only added 6 cups of flour. I did a little bit extra. You're just gonna have to look at it and figure out what's the right consistency. You can make bread right away from that if you want, but I think it's better if you let it sit on the counter like for 2 hours in its little container, and then after the 2 hours you put it in the fridge and start the next day. The cool thing about this dough is that you can just add to it. So you just take a clump of the dough each day, bake it, and then once you get low on the dough, you just add in the flour and all that stuff again. You just remake the recipe with the old dough that you already had made. This morning I took out a big clump of dough, and when you let it sit for 2 hours, it should rise. I filmed a little bit of that last night. I filmed like the before and after of when I let it sit out for 2 hours. And then this morning I turned on the oven to preheat it to 450 degrees with a pizza stone inside of it so that gets nice and toasty warm. I made this little bread dough ball, just shaped it with my hands, didn't have to knead it or anything. And now I'm gonna transfer it from this onto the pizza stone and put a water bath in the oven, which is just like a dish of water. It makes like steam in the oven, I guess, or something. I don't know science. And we're gonna have some yummy bread. I've got to score the bread, which means put a little slicey sluice on it. I think I'm gonna transfer it to the stone first, actually. So let's do that. And I have this little dish full of water that I'm going to put in as well. And in 40 minutes, I should have bread. I don't know, guys. I feel like I made this within the last couple of years, and Eric and I couldn't even stomach it because we were so sick of it from quarantine that like now we are like allergic to the taste of it. But we'll see how it goes. Welcome to quarantine. Okay, the timer just went off, and let me tell you, it doesn't smell good. Usually when you bake bread, it's like the house smells delicious. Doesn't smell good. Like it really doesn't smell good. You're probably supposed to let it sit and rest for a long time, but we don't have time for that. Let's get into this guy. So crunchy. Does it look like bread? Look at that. I doused it in butter. Let's see how it tastes, if it's all that I remember. Okay. It's kind of good. I put a lot of butter on it, but it is good. Is it good? I don't know if it's good. I think I hate it. I don't know. It's fine. You guys, we have big news today. It doesn't have to do with quarantine, but look what I have on my wrist. Daisy heard that I was vlogging and started screaming, "Come here." Okay, so if you've been following my rock journey, you might know that I have become obsessed with rock hunting, and I have all these tiny little rocks that I polished, and I wanted to turn them into a bracelet. I did not realize, sorry about Daisy, I did not realize how hard it would be to make beads out of stones. I've seen a lot of you guys suggest that I make beads and jewelry out of stones using like wire, like wrapping the stuff in wire, which I know a lot of people do. They do it with like sea glass and rocks and other bits and bobs. I'm not sure that I like the look of that. Like I had a very specific idea in mind of what I wanted it to look like. I wanted it to look like just beads. I don't love the color scheme. It's very ugly, but it's the first time I've ever, okay, Daisy, come on. It's the first time I've ever made anything like this, and I'm sure once I make more beads, I'm gonna just cut this and then just make a new one. It's very like ugly, but I love it because it took me a long time. I worked really hard on it, and I was truly shocked at how long each bead took to do, because the stones that I have is mostly jaspers and agates, and those are really tough stones to drill through. I think if I had the right shapes of rocks and the right colors, it would be really cute. cute. But for now, I'm proud of my rock bracelet. It's all my favorite kind of rocks. We have red jasper, yellow jasper, brecciated jasper, Dalmatian jasper, carnelian, agate, smoky quartz, clear quartz, milky quartz, green chalcedony. I mean, there's so many different kinds of stones on here that I love. So I'm just excited about it, even though it might be ugly. Okay, whatever. Anyway, back to quarantine day. Let's make some whipped coffee. It's time to make whipped coffee. I've not had this in so long. I'm doubling it because my sister's here, which is so not quarantine-y of me. But anyway, we have 4 tablespoons of instant espresso, 4 tablespoons of sugar, butter, flour. Sugar, butter, flour. I have nightmares all the time about Waitress, that I'm suddenly in the show again and they're like, go on stage, and I don't remember any of my lines, but more importantly, I don't remember any of the blocking and what I'm supposed to do with the props. That was the hardest part about that show. Obviously, doing Broadway was hard for me because I am not talented enough to be on Broadway, and it is a miracle I was ever allowed to do it in the first place. But the hardest part of that show was there's so many props because I was literally playing a waitress. It was like, okay, on this line, you walk over to this table and pick up this salt, and then on this word, you walk over to this table and pick up this plate, and you put it in this bin, and this bin has to go on the second shelf, but on the right side of this table. Like, it was like very intense and hard to memorize. It was way harder to memorize where all the props went and what words and what timing all that happened, more so than it was to memorize the lines of music. But anyway, let's move on. 4 tablespoons of boiling water. Ow, it's very hot. Whip it up! The whipping is not whipping. You're supposed to do it by hand. Says who? You're supposed to do it by hand. Says the arrow! Why do you do it by hand? I've never done it by hand. That is crazy. I want to keep my arms. Just staring at it, hoping it'll actually work. It's finished. My mixer worked very hard to make that happen. That took way longer than I remember. I have 2 glasses full of ice. I'm gonna put some milk in there. I'm doing 2% because I'm feeling crazy and I definitely won't have diarrhea. I don't remember how much I put in. Rachel doesn't do dairy, so I'm giving her some ooey milk. Here we go. Here you have it. Here, let's give Rachel hers. Rochelle. I didn't stir her yet, so she's a little hot mess.
Oh my God,
it's overfull.
Ages.
I wonder if it's even good.
What is that?
It's whipped coffee.
Oh, I forgot how bitter it is.
Is it disgusting? It's okay if it is.
I love this. Don't you dare.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not. I love this. I love whipped coffee.
I haven't tasted mine yet. It's very milky looking, but I promise it's just whipped coffee's a very light color. Oh, it is really good. I forgot it is actually really, really
It's
good.
really good.
Love, do you want some whipped coffee?
I can't believe they whipped coffee again. This will do it.
Is that good?
This will make my bones rattle.
Is that why my bones rattle?
Yeah, caffeine, yeah.
And anxiety, maybe. I don't think you have that.
No.
What's that like?
What's that?
It's great. I hear like happy music all the time.
You hear happy music?
Joke.
Oh, I believed you, because I hear like doom music.
I just found this brand new box of bubbles.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
What else should we do today that's quarantine-y? I never leave my house, so it's not that much different than I usually do in my life. Today I was watching videos of the quarantine times, and it seems as though back then I did a lot of whipped coffee, a lot of bread. We did a lot of walks. Maybe we'll go on a walk today. Should we go for a walk, you guys? See, man of action. I said, do you want to go for a walk? And he's already up. He's like, we're going on a walk. You want to go in the car? You are me. You are literally me. Someone says, let's go for a walk. This one's like, let's go for a walk. Yes, let's go right now. And this one's like, there's a car. Why wouldn't we just take a car? You are me. You want to walk there? Oh, tie-dye. You know what? Tie-dye might not be something that is easy or fun with these little cutie patooties, but I do think I have some vault footage of me tie-dyeing last summer. I randomly tie-dyed like shirts for Flynn or something. I can't even remember what I tie-dyed, but I just remember tie-dyeing randomly a couple days last summer, and I did film some of that. If I can find that footage, I'll show you that. But if I can't find it, we're not tie-dyeing today because I think tie-dyeing them would be very complicated and messy. So here's some footage of me tie-dyeing last summer. What I want to do today is tie-dye. I haven't tie-dyed in a very long time, but I've been meaning to tie-dye a few things. I think I have some old tie-dyes in my closet. Hold on, let me check. Oh, so it looks like I have pink, yellow. Oh my gosh, I have a whole galaxy kit in here. So many. Okay, I feel like this will be fun. I'm gonna tie-dye a few things and yeah, let's go do that. Here's what we're working with. It's a mess out here, but some baby onesies and some t-shirts. So We'll report back later. Flynn tie-dyed some shirts for himself, so he tie-dyed this one. He would only use blue and also some purple. So these are all the ones that Flynn did. He only wanted purple on one of them after he'd done it blue, but like, look how cool that is. I think it looks so good. Anyway, and then I did onesies for the babies. This was so bright and colorful, and then I just rinsed it out too soon. It was so pretty, but oh well. And this one I'm so sad about because it was like a bright, bright, beautiful rainbow, and I just was too impatient. And so it was so much cooler because it was like bright neon colors, and now it's just kind of mostly orange and faded other colors. So I'm disappointed in myself for not being patient, but there's those. I also tie-dyed these gray shorts. It did not work out very well. For myself, I made a crop top. I guess we just kind of only made things blue, but I kind of don't hate the way this one turned out. It's kind of cool. It's like speckly. I don't know. This is the last one. Ta-da. So not very exciting. I made a little like marble run thing out of paper towel rolls and a paper plate. I made a little twisty twoo. It had more of a track, but now it's missing. I don't know where that ended up. It's very reminiscent of things that I would do back in the day as well, I feel. But not even just during COVID. Like I feel like I would do this stuff any day. I did it last night. Anyway. Which color are you gonna try?
Blue.
Blue? Okay, let's try. Okay, here you go. Okay, Maisie, here, try the purple. Okay, put it in the hole up here, Maisie.
Up here?
Yeah. Woo, woo. Round and round and round and down she goes.
Oh no! The pink one.
You wanna do a pink one? Okay, ready? And it goes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Woo, woo, woo.
Up here, do it.
Try. Well, wouldn't be a quarantine memory video if I didn't do a tortilla talk. I feel like I did so many tortilla talks during quarantine. I think even that might have been where tortilla talks started. Is it? Like, was that during lockdown? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to read some of your questions and comments on my recent videos, and we're just gonna sit and chat. We did not end up going on a walk today. We had a music class, so we did music class instead of going on a walk, which wasn't very quarantine-y of me. So now I'm going to answer some of your questions. Stephanie said, I remember COVID cooking with you. I used to cook a lot during COVID, that's for sure. I made pizza from your recipe. Dude, my pizza recipe during lockdown, like that pizza dough recipe was, I mean, Rachel brought it up today. She's like, that's the best pizza I've ever had. It was such a good recipe. So thank you for trying it, and I'm glad you liked it. It was also the last time I made anything with flour, so I should probably refresh. I also remember you making challah bread. A sweet lady gave you some wonderful tips. FYI, you got me through COVID. Every day I think, what's Colleen up to today? Your themed days were so fun. I should have done a themed day today. Maybe we'll do a themed day soon or something. But yes, I did get a letter in my P.O. box from this sweet woman who gave me tips on how to bake bread better. And it was like one of my most cherished letters I've ever received. Just something so sweet about a handwritten letter from a woman who just wanted to help give me tips on how to be better at baking bread. And I don't know, I really just, all my letters during quarantine, I loved them so much because it was my only way to connect with everybody since I wasn't on tour anymore. And I still feel that way, but I loved all of her tips. They really helped me. And then she ended up writing me again. I don't know if I ever talked about that in the vlogs, but anyway, moving on. Caitlin said, I live in Canada and hearing the words, quote, I went to pay for my blood test is crazy. Sometimes I forget how lucky we are for free healthcare because that sentence sounds dystopian. If you think that sounds dystopian, you don't want to know how much it costs for my babies to be born and have to survive. Because yeah, if you don't live in America, maybe you don't know, but I'm assuming you know that in America our healthcare system is total trash. But we have to pay for things. If you don't have health insurance, you fully have to pay for things. But even if you do have health insurance, like you still have to pay for a lot of things. I think about all the time when my babies were in the NICU, how if I did not have health insurance, I would have been in debt for the rest of my life. I luckily had health insurance, but even with my health insurance, I paid thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have my babies in the NICU, and I have good health insurance. I don't remember the exact amount that it cost for the babies to be in the NICU because my health insurance covered most of it, obviously, but I do remember I had to pay thousands of dollars. And I also remember this one specific day in the hospital. The babies had just been born recently. I was talking to a NICU nurse and she was talking about how expensive it was going to be that I had twins in the NICU. And she was like, you have health insurance, right? And I was like, yeah, I do. She's like, oh, thank God. And I said, well, how much is this going to be? And she looked at me and she goes, over $1 million easily. I choked. It's not even like, oh, it's optional. Like, no, my babies would not have survived if it weren't for their NICU stay. Like, actually, like, they had to be there. Like, and you have to pay for that stuff. And it makes me just want to burst into sobs every time I think about moms who have, or any parent who has a kid in the NICU, or a kid who has some sort of illness of any kind where they have to have a hospital stay. I just can't believe people have to think about paying for that stuff when they should just be focused on the health of their children or the health of themselves. I mean, anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Sierra said, you should do a video retrying some of your pregnancy cravings from the twins. I thought this was fun. I don't even remember what my pregnancy cravings were with the twins. I remember Flynn's really well though, actually. Like Flynn's, I remember I craved a lot of red meat. I wanted cheeseburgers and chili and just basically red meat. I wanted it all the time. The twins, I don't really remember. I guess I've blocked all that from my memory, but luckily we have lots of videos of it online. So let me know if that's something you guys would want to see. Although I feel like I've already done a video like that. I don't know. Busta Mover said, for March, can you change the theme song to the Vlarch one, please? I forgot about this. It hasn't always just been, I'm vlogging, it's boring, I'm Colleen. During lockdown, each month, I think I would change the tune. So Vlarch, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like, literally no one asked me to vlog. Wait, what was it? Literally no one asked me to vlog, so I decided to do it all month long. You'll see me live my life every day of March. So get ready to be bored, cause this is Vlarch. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll do that. That's interesting and funny. But I'm not gonna vlog every day of March, so that's a lie. Well, I mean, I'll vlog every day, I'm just not gonna post every day. Maybe, we'll see. Dancing Daisy said, going through a really rough patch in life right now. The weather in Connecticut was beautiful yesterday, so me and my boyfriend took a walk on the beach in Milford and collected rocks and sea glass. It was such a good distraction and made me feel much more at peace. Thank you for sharing the idea. I love this comment so much because just knowing that like me talking about it was like a good distraction and made you feel a little bit at peace. Like it makes me, I could literally cry. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna cry. It's comments like that that like make me love this. I love vlogging. I love sharing my life, and sometimes I think I forget that there are people out there who like want to see me share my life and enjoy it and get something out of it. And so it just, I don't know, comments like that make me so happy and make me just want to cry. I don't know, like I don't know you, you're a stranger to me, but my little strange obsession and hobby with like rocks and sea glass, me just like sharing that experience with you, a stranger, like inspired you to go do the same, and it helped you feel a little bit more at peace during a hard time. And that's like, I don't know why that's beautiful to me. I feel like honored and grateful that like I could help in some way someone I don't even know when they're going through a hard time. I don't know, it's just, I just love that. I love that comment, and just thank you for sharing that. L Divine said, there's not a single thought in that kitty's brain, and they like put like a time code of Daisy. This comment made me laugh out loud because Eric and I are always looking at Daisy and just going like, she has no brain. Like we always look at her and talk about how like the dreadful day that I hope I never comes. I want her to live forever. But if they ever did like an autopsy on her body, they would just find like hair. They'd be like, this is so weird. We like did an autopsy and we didn't even find organs. Like she doesn't even have a heart or brains, just hair and black tears. Like we just think there's nothing going on there. Like she's the sweetest, cuddliest, most lovable little strange rodent cat, and she is so, I mean this with love, but she is so dumb, and I adore her so much. But that comment just made me cackle, so thank you. Here's another comment that made me so happy. Okay, it's from Smiles. You were talking about sea glass so much, it encouraged me to hunt down the one piece of sea glass that I have. I found it after about 10 minutes of tearing my room apart. I thought it was red. For like 10 years I thought it was red. When I found it just now, it was amber. It was I was so disappointed. I had no idea what different colored sea glass meant, and I thought I had a rare piece. It's cool though. It's in the shape of Florida. I have family from there, and I found it while on vacation with them in Washington. So it still has very special meaning to me, but I thought it was red. Now I'm inspired to hunt for more sea glass when I get a chance. This comment too made me so freaking happy. I read these comments to Eric earlier tonight just to be like, look at, it's like other people are like appreciating and understanding like our obsession with sea glass. But even though that piece you found isn't red, like that's not the point. Like yes, it's exciting when you find like a rare piece of sea glass, but the reason is it's exciting is because sea glass has already like had some sort of effect on you in some way, shape or form. Like for when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. She found a piece that was in the shape of Florida. That's already exciting, like when you find a cool shaped piece. But you also found it when you're with your family. You have a very specific memory on vacation with them in Washington with your family, and the shape of Florida reminds you of your family, and you've had it for 10 years. Like that is more rare and more special than a piece of red sea glass. Like that is what is so wonderful about sea glass, is like the memories that are attached to specific pieces, the way that certain pieces make you feel. And I'm not even like a big sea glasser. I'm all about the rocks. Eric's a sea glass guy, but like that's why it's like if people were to ask me why I'm into rocks, like it's not like I just like the look of rocks. Like I there's so much more to it. I've talked about this already, so I'm not going to go into detail, but like that you said it in the comment, like what was so cool and special about your piece. Who cares if it's red or amber or black or purple? Who cares what color it is? It's like the memories you have that are attached to that little piece that you've had for 10 years in your room. It reminds you of your family and a special, like that is so beautiful. Like that's so cool. Okay, moving on. E. Brenry said, pink, and spelled it P-E-E-N-K. Sea glass pink is definitely rarer than pink. And yes, I laughed at this too because I definitely say pink weird. I don't say, most people say pink. I can't even say it how people say it. I don't know, but I say pink weird. I say like pink, like that's how I gotta just say it like in my nose, I guess, because I think most people say pink. I can't even, pink. Is it pank? Pink. How do you say it not pink? I just say it like that. I say it wrong. I know. Anyway. Okay, this one has me in shambles. Does anyone have a recommendation or a link for a good mid-range rock tumbler? So when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, I know so many. I can give you a bunch of recommendations. So I went to go find the rock tumblers that I like, and like, I cannot find them. So I don't know if like you guys are just like buying out all the rock tumblers in the world or something, but it was really hard to find rock tumblers for cheap. Like I have a couple of the National Geographic rock tumblers, which you can get kind of, you can have at Target. I think they have them at Walmart, like Michael's craft stores. They have them on Amazon. But that rock tumbler, it's like a whole kit. It comes with the barrel and the kit and the grits, but the grits aren't very good. You should get different grit if you want it to actually work. The grits that it comes with in the National Geographic tumbler, that it's not gonna, you're not gonna tumble any rocks with that stuff. You gotta get extra grit. Anyway, I did a whole video on rock tumbling that you can watch if you actually are into rock tumbling, but that one is fine. And you can use that one. There's like a 2.5, I think a 2.5 pound rock tumbler from National Geographic, and I use that. I have a few of those that are going right now, and those work great. But I feel like I've always gotten them on sale for like $40 for like the whole kit, and now I can only find them for like $70 or something, which is very expensive. But then the rock tumblers that I love the most, my big ones, my big round ones, I can't find them anywhere online. And I'm not kidding. I was getting those for like $25. Like they were cheap and they hold so many freaking rocks in them. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I went to buy a new one tonight and I can't find it anywhere. Now I'm like shook to the core because suddenly everyone in the world is getting interested in rocks and rock tumbling because now I can't find cheap rock tumblers anywhere. But if you search rock tumblers on Amazon, first two things that pop up for me are this one that's 2.5 pounds in National Geographic, but it's $69, which like I feel like that's way too expensive. But anyway, I have that one and it's great and it's fine, but just you can't, if you only use the grit that they give you, you will not have polished rocks. Trust me, you have to get more grit. And then this one, National Geographic one, that's 3 pounds. I think that's the other barrel that I used to be able to get just that barrel of, and it was definitely not $80. Like I've bought that a few times for like $29 or something like that. So I don't know what's going on and why they're so expensive, but hopefully you can find them cheaper somewhere else. I would search like Target, Walmart, craft stores, just other websites, because that seems like too expensive to me. This National Geographic one says it's only $40, but it's only 1 pound. So you're not gonna be able to hold many rocks in that one. I would get one that's like 2.5 pounds at least. This is the other one that I have, and I actually really like this one. This one's cheaper. It says this one is, oh, it's on sale right now. It says it's a limited time deal. $55, it's 40% off. I don't know if it still will be when this video goes up, but this is a Comb Stone professional rock tumbler. It's 2.5 pounds. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I have this one and I think it's pretty good. Just make sure you also get like extra grits like this polyplastics. I used to use this one all the time. I use a different kind now from a different website, not on Amazon, but if you want to just use like Amazon or something simple, that grit works fine. That tumbler works fine, and it's on sale right now apparently. Benoble said, when Eric brought in your pizza, I was like, oh my gosh, Colleen is a ranch and pizza girly. Yes, I am. Do you have any options or favorite ranch brands? I am very much a ranch and pizza girly. Like I feel like I can't even have pizza, at least homemade pizza that's frozen that you cook in the oven. Like I won't eat it if I don't have ranch to dip it into, and it has to be Hidden Valley Ranch. Any other store-bought ranch, like I can't, I don't like it. It has to be Hidden Valley. And the only other kind of ranch I like is like if you go to like a diner, for some reason like Diner Ranch is really good. And then the top comment was from Spooky Merbabe, who's commented this a few times. I've been commenting on Colleen's videos for weeks, trying to remind her that she said she was going to react to the psychic video. Now that the twins are a little older, I really wanted to do it, but I think she forgot. I didn't forget. I just forgot. I want to do it. I just haven't gotten around. But that comment got 800 likes already, so thank you. And I really want to do it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. So hopefully I'll do it very soon. I'll do it in March. At some point of this month of March, I will do it. I promise. Anyway, that's enough comments for tonight. I'm gonna make cookies and go to bed because it's already midnight. But thanks for Hello. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for enjoying a quarantine day at home with me. I hope you had fun. I know that I did. And I'll see you guys very soon. If not tomorrow, then the next day. But to anyone who has stuck around with me through all of actual quarantine a few years ago and that crazy time to now, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You mean more to me than you know. And thanks for all your sweet, wonderful comments. I will see you guys very soon. Tomorrow, the next day, who knows? I'll see you eventually. Goodbye.